All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I'm Joshua Dickey. I'll be reading from my book, A Patriot's Journey, Forging Hope. And I'd like to start off by reading an inspirational quote. And it says, create a vision that makes you want to jump out of bed every single morning. That's true. You know, if nothing is getting you out of bed, then why get out of bed? So for a lot of us that suffer with depression or any forms of like anxiety or I don't know, anything that is keeping us, from doing the course of action we want to do, if we had that one thing that we really wanted to do that day, and then that's your driving force, and then once you're out of bed, now you can start the day, because that was the hardest step. Like they say, the first step is always the hardest. So, and with that being said, the poems today have a lot to do with changes and how you're going to make changes in your life, or changes you're looking for or striving to be, or there's changes of any sort. So the first poem, the first poem today is called Morphosis. I created an image I wanted it all to see. Rough and tough character I must be. Truth is, I lost myself. I buried my emotions. I used floodgates open, crushing everything on the way to the ocean. My emotions begin off for so long. Emotions that I feel don't match are wrong. Oh great, I'm in a vulnerable spot. I am coming trouble, definitely not. The problem is when you struggle to hear you're weak. Now you prove people wrong. No help you will seek. You're trying to appease people and show how tough you are. They aren't the ones hope you get this far. You must really rely on those who bend but do not break. They'll have your best interests in heart, for goodness sake. Drop your guard and destroy the wall. People that love you will help you when you fall. For itself, let emotions go. That's the only true way to grow. You have all your emotions, none did die. So be that peacock and go fly. I have slowly noticed changes in myself. Some people notice it a little more than others. But before, I was always being told, think of myself, and you have to worry about yourself to get better before you start relying on anything else. Well, see, that really didn't work for me because that's not the kind of person I was. So when you tried to change me to be somebody that thought of myself to get better, that didn't really help me. But then when I started joining other organizations like Point Man and taught more of the religious, be like Christ and service before self and, help out your fellow man, then did I notice a change in me started. And I know that sounds weird, but before, nothing else really was driving me to, hey, worry about yourself, try to improve. Well, I was doing my best, but nothing was clicking. And like I said, I wasn't that kind of person that was selfish. But then when my actions and the things I started doing were selfish, it messed me up even more because it went against everything I was. So first I had to overcome messing up a behavior that I was told to do. So I had to refix that to come back to my norm. And then started helping out again, little by little. You don't just dive into things because you're going to be overwhelmed and frustrated and things ain't going to work out. And then you're going to get really disappointed in yourself. And then you're like, screw this, I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. And because I know that feeling as well. I've done that a couple times. But taking it little by little, but helping out a lot, allows you to start feeling that warm feeling, that sense of accomplishment, that sense of pride in what you're doing again. Because maybe for a lot of us, we lost our pride when we started having problems. because I did. I started losing confidence in myself. Like anybody that really knows me knows I'm usually a really cocky person that never questions myself with anything. And then all of a sudden I started having issues and I questioned myself on everything. And even the simplest of things, I was like, oh man, is that right? No, well, it sounds... And then because I'd question myself, it would make others question me as well. Because I wasn't that normal, confident person I usually am. And, how can you trust somebody that's doesn't even trust themselves? So I had to do my best to really figure stuff out. And let me tell you, it took a long time. And when I mean a long time, I mean it took a long time. I just don't move as fast as others. Everybody moves at their own pace, so don't ever compare yourself to others. Because you just shouldn't do that. It's like being in the gym and you're watching these dudes bench 300 pounds and you're putting up the bar maybe 225s or a 25 on each side. And then you're going to get all distraught because you're not lifting as much. Well, you just haven't been there as much. So you need to start off small and build your way up, because you will get there if you continually to do it. And that's a lot of my theory on this process is if you're doing stuff out of the goodness of your heart, you will find that goodness. Like they say, kill the world with kindness. And kindness is the one thing that's really easy to show, and it doesn't take much effort. It could be as simple as in just opening the door for somebody and somebody saying thank you. I mean, if you're having a horrible day, just that little act will make you feel appreciated. So just remember, roadblocks are going to happen. You have to, don't get frustrated, because it happens to everybody. You will have setbacks. But since you're working on changing, these setbacks will not knock you down as far. Say the first time it knocks you down 5 pegs. And you're just so frustrated. You're like, man, I can't believe I fell so far again. Well, then the next time it only knocks you down 3 pegs. And then the next time it only knocks you down 2 pegs. And then 1 peg. And then pretty soon it doesn't knock you down. It just holds you steady in place. See? You're making changes for the better. And then pretty soon, you'll just start working in the other direction now, getting more positive. And that's all it takes. Okay, second poem. It's called Impress You. Who are you trying to impress with that fancy car? Who are you trying to impress buying everyone a shot at the bar? Who are you trying to impress with that big house? Who are you trying to impress with a supermodel spouse? Who are you trying to impress with that new trend? Who are you trying to impress with your family you can't mend? Who are you trying to impress with the famous friends? Who are you trying to impress with the money that you spend? Are you trying to impress buying everyone new things? Are you trying to get the prize getting wife's new rings? Are you, as you can see, to impress man, there is no end in sight. But if you want to impress God, just do what is right. Help the sick, poor, and the needy. Do things out of love and patience, and not speedy. People come and go based on your status. When confronted for being fake, they will come at us. Made it easy for you. You can't see. All you have to do is take a knee. Now to impress him, claim is the one true king, just being loving, knowing all that he could bring. So like I said, a lot of times we get really, as people, we get really silly on who we think we should impress and why should we impress them. And at first, when you're really young, you want to impress people with the brand new car or the brand new motorcycle, the brand new truck, or whatever you want to buy that's brand new. And but the thing is yeah, you bought that brand new car, truck, but older people know that it comes with a pretty hefty payment. It isn't, oh, you paid cash for it. That's more impressive. Hey, I paid cash for this car. You're like, sweet, dude. That's smart thinking right there. That's impressive that a young person would think to buy cash. Or, they're in their mid-20s and they want to buy a house. So they think that they're going to impress people by buying this really nice house. And then they're kind of getting overextended because now they're working just to live in this house. But once again, who are you really trying to impress at the end of the day? If it's your true friends don't care what you live in. You could live in a van down by the river and they'll come hang out with you just because they like you in your company. You don't have to get this beautiful house with a big screen TV on the wall that gets every channel, and people only come over it seems like only to watch the fights, and then all they do is eat your food and drink your beer and then they leave. That's not much of a friend. But so I have decided, a long time ago, I just didn't decide this within the last week. I've decided a long time ago that the one person I want to impress is God. And the only way I can impress him is if I'm doing good things. I mean, he knows you and he knows your heart and he knows your desires. And so you can't lie and fake it and pretend, oh, look at this, I'm going to get one over. Sorry, it doesn't really work that way. But I'm going to strive to do all that I can to not only better myself on a daily basis and better my family on a daily basis, but help other people like me get better. And because I know what it's like to every single time you go to a different counselor or a different doctor or a different thing, and it's like you just get frustrated and you just don't even want to talk anymore, and you're just like, listen, dude, I said the same thing like already 15 times, and chances are you're going to be gone in 8 weeks, so I'm just not going to tell you anymore either. But if all of a sudden one of your buddies is sitting there and you guys are just talking, and you're like, man, the other day, dude, I was doing this and it freaking just exploded on, say one of your kids. And then your buddy just looks at you and he's just like, I've been there, bro. Like, the only thing you can do is make sure you're apologizing, trying harder not to do it, try to refrain from, say, using horrible words or condescending words, belittling words to them. Just, do your best to rein yourself in. And it's things like that actually help you improve a lot more, because the person you're getting from is not only somebody that understands what you're going through because they've probably been through it themselves, but they have your best interest at heart, and they want to see you succeed in this world, and they want to see your family, not get torn apart because you can't control yourself or you start drinking or whatever the issue may be. They just always want to keep you going in the right directions. And if a family's going in the right direction, then there's nothing stopping them, because they're going to continue just to work that way. And, don't think it's always going to be all positive. It's not. Sometimes you're going to fall. Trust me. You're going to fall a lot. There's always going to be something that seems to just keep popping up out of nowhere that is knocking you down again, like it feels like a 20-pound weight's hanging around your neck and dragging you to the bottom. The only thing you can do is, if it's an issue, take it up with a medical professional, especially if you're suicidal. If you're not and you're just frustrated at things, find somebody you can just confide in, and that'll just be there just to listen. Or if you want their advice, be like, hey, how would you handle this, or what would you do? And they're just going to give you just a normal day answer that would work for them, that they've tried. So I do this because I love my country, I love the veterans, and I want to see everybody succeed and get better. And I'm still trying to get better, and I'm better than nobody. And this is a growing thing for all of us. And I just hope that, we're on this journey together, guys. And I hope you're, working on it as hard as I am to try to improve and be there for people. And once again, at forginghopepoetry@gmail.com. Hey, shoot me an email. I'll be sure to answer it. I'll have more poems tomorrow. Thanks for supporting me. Appreciate your time. Thank you.